Yo YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching some subscribers play some gameplay. It's going to be the boys Octi, War, J-Rules and Bo once again. We're going to be breaking down some subscriber gameplay. This is going to be a VOD review showing them what they did well, things they could have done better, all that good stuff. Sit back, relax and let's get right into it. So right now we're on invasion control, and again we're going to be highlighting mainly the yellow team here. That's our focus. So we're going to go through and just see what we're working with. So right now they're actually on the defense, and I want to talk about their defensive setup. I'm actually a fan of spreading the map, so I like what they did here. I like the way they started off. Okay, so let's go through and talk about it. In this scenario, they can clearly see the blue team going there. So what they've done is they've not only held it from different angles, they've actually spread the map. So now when the blue team push out, they have many people to worry about. They have to worry about the left and they have to worry about the right. So I kind of like what they did there. I think it's a good way of playing it. Now we didn't get to see the first 5 seconds, so I don't know how they know that no one's through middle, but I'm sure they got some information. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's go forward and see what happens there. So you see we're playing it. Oh, okay, a little bit of lag there. Anyways, the team goes through perfect fall down. Okay, so when you get fall down in this scenario, okay, there's one thing that I want to see from this team. What I want to see is the perfect setup. I want to see them get the ultimate setup here, because when you get fall down, you have that opportunity, you have that luxury to get a very, very good setup. So let's go through it. Let's show them. Let me explain what I think they should do, and then we'll see what they should do. What they do, sorry. So in this scenario, when I'm thinking about the ultimate setup, I'm thinking from the defense side, I want somebody around middle tank. I want somebody around there on the right tank. I want somebody, I would say, pushed up around there. And the fourth player could honestly be around there if you want. That's kind of, for me, a really good setup, because they're going to spawn back there. And this is like the perfect setup. What you're trying to do is you're not trying to do anything crazy. You're simply just trying to keep them trapped in, okay? So all I want to do is keep them trapped in to this area here. And these are my kind of 4 power spots. So like that, like that, like that. And then what I want is this line to be quite fluid, okay? So let's say, for example, this player dies. What I want then is I want number 1 to rotate that way. I want number 4 to then hold middle. You see, I want a bit more fluidity from the team here. So what we're going to do now is on our actual map, we're going to show what I want them to do, and then we're going to see what they actually end up doing. Now, there's no one way to play it. You could definitely have different variations, but I just want to see what kind of what they end up doing here, because it's quite interesting. So let me go through with the marker, and yeah, so like I said, I want someone around this area here. I want someone around there. I want someone around there and someone around that tank, okay? So these are the areas I want them to be in, but let's go through and see where they actually go.
And they're just ripping it to shreds.
So immediately, the first thing we get is not really their fault, but as soon as they get those kills, you can see the enemy spawns out quite quickly. So it's a little bit hard for them to get that optimal setup that I wanted, but let's see what they do anyways. So you see they spawn at that ice cream area. Now this is going to be a very difficult thing. So War has to kind of read this spawn and honestly just see what he can do here. So he's going to go through. War's in a position now where he's by himself, okay? So now he's in a 1 versus 4. So I like 7 going through. The only problem we have now is, like you guys just saw with the spawns, they are now going to be a little bit behind. So what they need to do now is they need to make sure they get another wave of kills. Before they activate this full-on trap, they need to get another wave of kills there. So let's see what happens. So we're going through. You see War's by himself and instantly gets stunned there. So he's going to back away. And now he's in a 1v4. So again, I think this is where number 7 needs to be a little bit faster here. In this scenario where they weren't able to get that spawn trap that we wanted. So you can see right now, War goes through. I think right now they need to be a little bit faster. Number 8 and number 6. I think War and, who is it? Number 8 and number 7. So Rules and Bo needs to be a bit quicker helping Wars out. One of them needs to go through middle. So this is fine. I don't mind this play here. And you can see they clearly have everything locked down, okay? So again, I don't know what's going on in the comms right now, but if I was to guess what was going on, I would say this. I would say Bo's calling out middle. Bo's saying, look, I've got middle. We don't need to worry about middle, okay? I've got middle. So you guys don't worry about middle. And the Rules is also saying I've got the left, okay? So that should give me the information that Bo's got middle, Rules has got left. They should all be coming through the right with that information in hand. Now, one thing I don't love is I don't love the angle that Bo's sitting at. Now, I understand why he's doing it, because I believe he has a submachine gun. So I understand why he's doing it. But again, this is where I think just, using an AR will probably help him out a bit more because of scenarios like this. Because he's using a submachine gun, he then has to play this angle. He doesn't want to overcommit. So he actually can't see this area here. He can't see how many people are crossing here. So he doesn't really have a lot of information. He just has a cross, okay? So that's the reason they don't know how many people are on the right. But like I said, War's in a good spot. He's by himself. He needs to play his life here. So the first thing I want to see again is stun grenade. The fact that he hasn't used a stun yet, I really want to speak to him about it. It's something that we speak about a lot, but equipment is so useful. Like in this scenario, they get 4 down. I need to see more equipment usage. As they go through right now, they go across. One thing I would like to see is Bo getting a bit more aggressive on that tank and basically helping War. Like if he could imagine this setup instead, okay? So by the way, when we look at our optimal setup, they're very close to what I said, which is really good from them. Very, very close. However, the only problem is because the team on blue pushed out slightly, they now need to get another wave, then getting that set up. So what I would like to see now is, and as number 5 helps, I would like to see number 8 go into a better spot. And this is where I think the weapon's so useful, right? Because Bo not having an AR here has kind of limited the team. You can kind of see it. Him sitting here like this, can you see the disconnect we have? Like, if I looked on paper purely, this is a little bit of a risky scenario because you got 4 down and now you're in a position where if they get 1 kill on number 2, they've basically got the B point for free. So what I would like to see is number 4, in this case, Bo, go through, stand around there, have number 3 maybe push up a little bit as well, and just set up a bit more of a pinch here. I feel like they're playing a bit too passive. And then what you have from that scenario is War can give information and they can start playing together now. As they're fighting, Bo can go across and he's just a little bit more annoying, to deal with. Instead of sitting here and watching the cross, I would like to see him pushed up around there, right? So if we look on the actual map here, instead of Bo being right there, I would like to see him around this area being a bit annoying. That way they can't cross for free. He's going to stand there. He's being annoying. So when they cross, he's getting information, getting some shots off and just being annoying while they wait for number 5. They're buying time for number 5 to push through. I think it's a lot better as a play. Again, not a bad play, not a bad position to be in. I'm just saying I want to see a little bit more pacing here. And I just wanted to talk about that team comp. So now you see Bo actually starting to move, which is great. So they actually did exactly what I wanted, which is really good. I think the enemy team's actually playing really poor here, and the way they're set up. You can see there's actually 4 of them. There's 4 people on the enemy team all watching the front. So this is where Bo can make a really good pinch here. So he's going to go through. Again, stun goes in. This is great work. He stuns one. War ends up dying there. The trades are going in. This is great pinch, by the way. I love this pinch from number 7. So one thing I have to say they did a really good job on is the pinch here. What I didn't see last time when I was watching the first hardpoint is this level of teamwork consistently. I saw some levels of teamwork, but this is like different level. This is exactly what I want to see when I'm watching this team, is that level of teamwork. The pinch was excellent. All 4 players push up and the red team collapse on them. Okay, so really good play. I'm very, very impressed with that. They go through and they go for a almost flawless pinch here, but let's see what happens on the next wave. So that's 2 down. That should be the 3rd down. And honestly, they just lose a few gunfights. They end up getting the trade and that's perfect. So now again with Bo, if I'm Bo now, I'm sitting on that tank. So again, we're going forward to get that perfect setup. So again, they're doing a really, really good job. I have no complaints right now. Let's look at their setup and look at the optimal setup once again. So in terms of the optimal setup, what do we say? We want... The thing is now they have more chance of doing the optimal setup than earlier. Why? Because the blue team are further back. That's the most important thing, right? So Bo's going to be on this head glitch. I hope he picked up an MCW. In this scenario, if I'm number 6 here, don't worry about the arrow, the numbers on the attack map. Just worry about the arrows. We're trying to set them up same as this, right? So as we go through right now, I'm thinking, okay, we have good pressure at B. We need a bit more pressure at A. And a little bit more at middle, right? So if I'm number 6 now, this is what I mean by shifting the pressure and working as a team, okay? I'm hoping that War works together with number 7 here to shift the map a little bit. I'm not really worried about this push here because you got number 8 and number 5 watching it. I'm really not worried about that. I have a lot of confidence in those 2 that they can at least pre-end the head glitch and be fine there. So what I want to see is from my teammates here is I want to see number 6 and number 7 kind of push through together and hold middle and A. That's what I want to see here. So let's see exactly what they do. So I'm trying to see War push up, maybe go a little bit to the left here and eventually kind of push around and trap them in like that. That will be a really good play in my opinion. But let's just see how they kind of play this and what they do here. So let's play it out. So War goes through, he ends up getting weak there, backs away. So number 5, again, number 5 helping. I don't mind this play, but for me, if you're number 5, if you're Octi right now, I get what you're doing. This is fine. Help him in the short run. But I really, really think you should prioritize helping Bo here as soon as you get this shot off. So right now, as soon as he gets those shots off, perfect. Back away and help Bo. But now you're seeing Bo's getting outnumbered. And that's the small disconnect. Again, it's just about sometimes you can't do everything at once, right? Sometimes you have to prioritize a push. And I think right there, Octi had the right play in mind of like, oh, I need to help War. But I really do believe that Bo was a priority there to keep alive because of his position. I think War was in a better spot. The other guy wasn't really going to kill him. And your other teammate, in this case, J Rules, was behind you, right? So Rules was going to be able to help him and you weren't in too much danger. So I just think you could be a little bit better there in terms of helping your teammate. Maybe helping Bo out could have been slightly more useful because now Bo's dead. You go through. Yes, you get the trade, but now you're 3v4, right? And look at number 3. Number 3's backed off number 6. And now they just have a bit more map control. So you're giving them a bit more to work with. You see, you go through, you end up getting traded here, I'm assuming. And yeah, there you go. So now you guys lose that position, right? So just small differences. It's not like you played it bad. It's just the fact that when War was weak there, I would have preferred you holding your ground. I'm not sure. Again, maybe that's a comm thing. You guys are in the comms, right? So maybe War was doing a panic comm, or maybe you just reacted to a red dot. Again, I'm not really sure, but that's up to you guys to just evaluate and say, right, why did we do that? Why did we give up the helping with Bo there? Because Bo knew there was at least 2-3 people in front of him, right? So Bo was in a really good spot. He just needed a bit more cover fire. So in that scenario, I think you guys can just ask each other, right, what happened there? And maybe it was a comm, like War might have commed, oh, one's on me, and Octi might have reacted to help him, or maybe, you know, again, I don't really know what's going on there, but it's just about you guys understanding, saying, right, why did we do that? Okay, maybe next time we shouldn't have a panic comm, because that panic comm made me react. So again, I know you guys are good teammates to each other, no one's really toxic, so it's good. You guys can have that conversation. And those are things people don't see on the scoreboard, right? It's like the way you're communicating, the things you're saying to each other to give that urgency and stuff like that. And now you're going through again, War's holding middle, and you can see the domino effect it actually had, because you guys were in such a good spot there. Probably should have basically had a spawn trap guaranteed, but now you can see it's actually the other side. They go through, they end up pinching the map pair, a little bit difficult. And this is once again the domino effect I wanted to talk about. I want you to pay attention to the mini map pair. I want you to pay attention to number 3. 3 goes through. Now look at this domino effect this has had, right? On the tac maps, what you're going to see is the setup I wanted you guys to hold, okay? This is the setup I wanted you guys to hold. Something like this. When like just now, obviously my optimal setup's a bit different, but right now this is what I wanted you guys to kind of hold, okay? And like I said, if you need shifting, you can shift whenever you need help, right? Another good setup is like this. If you have 2 people on B, maybe 1 through middle, 1 like that, this is also a very good setup because you trap them in. But again, if the pressure goes to A, then you need to react. It all comes down to where the pressure is coming from. But in this scenario, let's just play it like this, okay? Let's just play it like kind of like this. I always like having somebody on this tank. Always, always, always. And even if you have somebody back here, just stretching the map out, it's very hard for them to do anything on the A street. They have to kill you first. Someone on this tank is very broken. And then if you want, you could have had this player free roaming. As soon as, no, let's keep him there. Let's keep him there how we had it earlier. Okay, that's fine. Let's keep it like this. In this scenario, this player was coming through like this, okay? This wasn't a terrible scenario. It was okay. Obviously, we didn't have info at A, but like I said, as number 1 comes up, he should be able to help out and get that information, right? But what we have now, look at the problem. Now number 7's pushed up because Octi dies, and now look, number 3, he made a great play, by the way. That play, again, doesn't show up on the scoreboard, but look what he does. He actually goes through, he doesn't shoot so that they don't know he's at A. 3 of his teammates are at B right now, and they go across, they get the information. Good kill from Bo, good trade egg. Bo goes through, he gets aggressive. Good dolphin dive. I mean, I don't love the dolphin dive, but it worked out okay. But guess what? A is getting captured. Now the panic starts to set in. What do they do now? This is where it gets scary, because B is more than likely going to get captured anyways as the round progresses. But when you lose A, that's when it gets really, really scary, because then it could potentially go to that round 5 offense, and nobody wants that. So right now, I just think they have to do a little bit of a better job at maintaining that position, okay? So let's see what happens there. And he ends up getting the first tick. Now, if we look at the minimap, how many people are there? How many people were there? So War was there by himself, trying to go through, and he's getting like, he's basically in a 1v1 for the point right now. You don't want to be in this scenario. You don't want to have this much pressure on the point. It wasn't the end of the world, but I think it was just a good play from the opponent to set that up, to be honest with you. I think it was a really good play to set that up. Again, 6 goes through. This is great. War pushes that tank. I love this. This is a lot better now. And this is the first time we've seen that left side kind of taken care of. And now you can see the urgency. It's going to be difficult for the blue team here, but let's see what happens. Goes through. Again, great play. Want to see a bit more patience out of War there, just holding that angle. It's 2 down. He gives it up to go middle. I understand. But again, you're seeing the same thing. Goes through and then gets taken out there. So if I'm War in that scenario, what do I do differently in an ideal world? I think one thing he could have done is, like, I think right now, if you're War, like I mentioned earlier, like, you have the map control here. Like, you guys have a lot of map control. Number 7 is watching middle, right? Like, J Rules is watching middle. I don't think you need to panic about that, if I'm completely honest. Like, I don't think middle you need to panic about, because you've got a decent setup. Like, you've got an okay setup here. What do you have? You have someone here kind of holding that area. You got somebody on the far left. You have another player pushing that area, and then you have somebody spawning out, right? In this situation, you have 1 blue player there, and you have 3 going to the left here. They're not really doing anything crazy. You guys still have an okay position, but let's see what happens. Let's play this out again. I think right there. So what I would have probably preferred, and this is what I meant by stretching the map, it's a very important concept that I really, really think you guys should start applying, is in this situation, I want you to look at the actual map where War is, okay? So War's standing right there. We're going to circle it on our attack maps where he is. So War's right there, okay? In my head, if I'm War, the one thing I want to do is I want to stop this player from getting across. I want to stop him from getting across here. So one thing I like to do, and I've actually done this many times and it's always helped me out, is simply stretch the map out by going backwards. What you then do is this player number 4, this blue player, he he physically cannot run past without engaging with your fight. But because you created that space for yourself, he can't really do anything. He has to take his time. And right now, the one thing you guys have is time. You guys have time because you're in defense, right? Their job is to secure the point. Your job is to let the time go out without losing it. So time is on your side, and this gives you more time than anything. So I would have preferred you, instead of sitting there, stretch the map out and just hold this angle. Why? Because you could then see this whole cross. You could see this whole cross. If you then feel like he's dolphin dived across and got through, you can then act on that information, tell a teammate, maybe number 3 helps you out and you pinch him or something. But what you did instead is you kind of gave away that position, you backed away, and you took a 50-50. You went through middle, but you gave away the whole of the left, which we should never be giving up. You never want to catch a bad timing here, okay? And the problem you have is you're going to see it now when we play it out. Your teammates are fighting there. Your teammates are going through. One gets killed. They both get killed now. Rules gets a massive 2 before he dies, by the way. And you remember where one player is. So you should be looking for number 2. And look at this timing. So what I would have preferred you, instead of being there, what I would have preferred is you play patient. You be around there. Watch this cross. You get this kill. If you get this kill now, you then push up and you keep the other 3 trapped. Number 1's by himself. That's fine. The other 3 spawn up there. You get them trapped. You see the domino effect it has? You have a much better position than you currently have. So now we're going to go through and look what happens instead. You end up, catching a bad timing. You're watching middle, but again, you kind of let go of the left hair. You go through. Now there's a high chance you get this kill. But just like you saw, because of the timing, you're relying on a bit of luck there. You end up dying. Bit of an unfortunate gunfight, but now the map control shifts again. We're always trying to prioritize the map control. Look at the map now. They have that much map control. They have 2/3 of the map, and it's going to be a little bit difficult here. Why? Because if they get one wave of kills, this one's going to be over. He goes through. Rules ends up trading that, so it works out okay. They do get the B point. Again, just make it a little bit scarier than it needs to be. Let's see what you could do here. I think you guys should be able to close this one out, to be honest. I don't really have any I think you guys should be able to close this one out. I'm confident you guys close this one out. So Octi goes back. Again, great off angle. Unfortunately, gets taken out here. You guys are putting a lot of pressure on the right. I'm okay with this. Let's see what happens. So again, number 7 here. If you're number 7, okay, your teammates are calling out. Like right now. Your teammates should be calling out. Again, I don't know what's going on. I'm just assuming here. But I'm assuming your teammates are calling out 3 people here. Like, you guys know there's at least 2 or 3 people here. You know that, like, fights are going down here, okay? So if you're number 7 right now, there's only 2 spots for you to possibly be to help your team. 1 is these tanks here, or somewhere around this area, or 2 is this middle tank, okay? Now, for me personally, it's the exact same thing. If my number 7 right now, instead of sitting here, if you, J Rules, can lock down this left side of the map, you are then isolating this whole side. You are funneling the blue team through there and through middle. All you then need is 1 AR to sit in middle tank. You now have 2/3 of the map. So in this scenario, what I would have preferred is you look at the kill feed, work together as a team and say, right, especially when he gets like 2 kills, so that there's 1. So right now, I don't mind you backing away, but as soon as like you go through, I would have preferred you staying on those tanks and watching over. And then as soon as they get those kills, you still know you have a lot of time, right? So you can work for the spawn trap guy and then back away because you just want to have some map pressure. I don't mind. I understand why you did this because your teammates lost their gunfight. So I'm not saying it's a bad play. I'm just giving another like kind of, I think right there, your teammates need to play a bit better at playing their life. Like, you guys should set up a trap here, basically. That's kind of my whole point. Like right now, look, Octi goes in by himself. But again, you guys aren't setting up a trap. You see how you guys are going through? You guys should be setting up a trap for number 7. Number 7, like, gets the first kill. He should be able to push up now, and you guys should be able to trap them in. Like, you don't need to be aggressive here. That's my point. Like, you guys should hold good angles, let them run into you, and trap them. And every time you get the kill, they then spawn out for J Rules' spawn trap. That's kind of what I wanted. So right now, what I wanted is Rules pushed up like there. You guys playing better positions, trapping them in. So they have to push through middle, or they have to go around, but you guys are in good head glitches, good AR positions, because you know that J Rules has the whole of the mid cross. So you know exactly where they're coming from. They have to come through the B street. And that's what I mean by teamwork, just setting up those bigger pushes for the bigger picture. Let's go through. You end up dying there. Now Rules has to back away. And you can see you guys lose some map control here. He's going to go through. Now he picks up the left. He should be able to get that one. So he goes through. And because he's a bit late there, you see he ends up dying. Okay, I don't know how he doesn't die there. You know what? Fair play. This is exactly what I want to see from you earlier. So what you did now was excellent. That's exactly what I wanted to see from you earlier. So fair play. This is great from you. Great from you. Unfortunately, Visuals gets a two-piece middle, which we need to quickly address and see what happened there. Because again, I don't think he should be getting a free two-piece. So he goes through, he gets the first kill with number 8 there. So right now, again, I think the trades need to be slightly better here from number 6 and number 8. So Bo goes through, War goes across, and honestly, I think the guy just fries him. Great gunfight. Rules did a good job though. Really good job getting a three-piece here. Now, Rules has got this locked down. You know number 2's pushing you. Let's see what number 5 can do. Let's see what Octi can do here. I would like to see a bit more map control from Octi. I think just kind of watching this mid area, I think could have been a bit better. I'm never a fan of sitting on the hill unless it's like your backup plan. Like for me, that your first plan should be gaining more map control. I'm not really a fan of sitting this reserved while mid map's empty. I feel like you can probably get mid map control, but that's okay. I understand why you did it again. And now you can see you going through. Bo ends up dying, and again, this is where the pinch is going to go in. So great play, good kill from Octi. You go through, now Rules is behind them, so the pinch is there. Look, he's shooting them. He's just making it hard for them. There's so many angles they have to go through, and this is exactly what we're speaking about. You go across, number 3's there. Oh, again, I wish Rules played a bit of a better position, just trusted himself there, and just was annoying. Like, if I'm Rules right now, and I'm just like, trusting my teammates to get the kills. I think that's another thing you guys should start doing, is just having a little bit more trust in your teammates and maintaining those power positions. I feel like one thing I'm seeing is every time a teammate's in a little bit of danger, you guys are giving up your power spot and basically dying for free. And then that teammate dies anyways, right? So you're not really helping them. You're not really helping them. So that's one thing I wish you guys did a bit more, was just saying, okay, my teammate's in danger. I'm going to watch over them from this angle and help them instead of running away, giving up my power spot, because then you both end up dying. And right now, if I'm number 7, I wish he stayed back there and was just being another angle. Because now look, now number 3 goes through and you can see he has a one-on-one fight. Yes, he loses it, but the chance was there. The chance was there for him to win it. We're going to go through. Octi's doing a good job, to be fair, playing his life. So I don't mind him staying there. It's actually doing a great job playing his life. And yeah, at this point, this round should be over.
The hop in though, but that is going to be it. The last life is
there. You go. Okay. So in terms of final thoughts for that one, I think overall I would say it was a good, I think it was a good offensive, good defensive round from you guys. It definitely was a good defensive round. It wasn't too many issues. And again, I think you guys, teamwork wise, was actually pretty good at the start there. That pinch was very, very good. J-Rules, I love what you did there going to that side map. I think you guys rotated well. Overall, very good positives. Only thing I would say is, again, like if you look at the enemy, one's 1 and 8. The fact that they got 4 ticks there, we just got to be a little bit cleaner when we have those like setups. Just make sure we really punish teams. If you watch a really good control team like a FaZe or an Optic, when they have those spawn traps, they hold it for the whole round. They don't make it close. Okay, so just be a little bit better with that side. But let's go through. Okay, so you guys clearly have a strat here. You can send 4 towards B. To be honest, you should get numbers here. Now, me personally, I'm more of a fan of going A off the break, but you guys clearly have a strat here, so that's absolutely fine. You guys are clearly working on something. I want to see the teamwork here. So I have no idea what the strat is. I have no idea how you guys are going to play this, but I want to see how you guys execute it. So as someone that doesn't know your strats and your comms, I'm going to see how well you guys executed and if you guys use teamwork effectively. So we're going to go through. 3 of you watching across. Great trophy usage. This guy's one shot. Great play. Excellent play there. Again, like I said, the teamwork is really showing here. You guys are definitely involving in your teamwork. From the first time I watched you guys, even though like it was just map 1, I can see already the teamwork's improving in 2 maps, which is crazy. It's the same series, but instantly better teamwork. So good stuff there. We're gonna go through. So right now, again, looking at the arrows now, I want to see someone pick up this mid alley. This is very important. This mid alley needs to be addressed. And there you go. Perfect. Number 6 got it. This is excellent stuff here. Really good stuff here. 5 goes through. I'm more than happy with this. In terms of picking up the alley, I'm more than happy with. The angle you held it from, I wasn't a fan, and I wanted to see what happened there. I'm never ever a fan of lying down in the alley. I think it's just the first spot they're gonna check. It's just the first spot they're gonna check, and I'm just never a fan of it. So again, if I'm War, I know War's gun skill is very good. I would have preferred him holding it from an angle where maybe like with an AR, like on a head glitch or something, like over there or something. I don't know. I just feel like it's not the best angle to take, and the reason why is because you get cameraed very easily. We can actually see it right now. If Visuals came around that corner, right, the first thing Visuals is going to do, or any SMG right now, the first thing you're going to do if you're standing right here is you are going to either jump across or slide cancel this corner, and your hope is somebody is actually where Wars is. When you're like standing right there, your hope is to slide cancel across, and you're hoping someone's there. Most of the time, they're not there for that very reason, because you get cameraed. So in this scenario, War gets taken out. So good idea, War. Great idea watching the middle. I like the way you use your mini-map. Great idea. But I don't like the execution of where you were standing. That's just my opinion. Again, if you're happy with that spot, it's absolutely fine. I'm not really a fan of that spot, to be honest with you, bro. We're going to go through.
One fully stunned up, it still finds the kill. Zeppeli coming from DVD is gonna contest.
Again, like, considering you guys really heavily committed over to this point, I think it could have been a bit cleaner, and it just comes down to the execution. I think your plan was well, it just comes down to the execution, which to be fair can take time. Even those 1 or 2 deaths can really kind of cause a problem, so it's just about practicing it, and I think you guys be good to go. Once again, you guys are going through. Good aggression, great aggression. You're really going for that B point. This time you watch it from a deeper angle, and again gets taken out, so you can clearly see that alleyway is just not a successful thing to do. You want to watch it from a different angle. Holding it from that alleyway just is never an easy thing to do. What I would prefer is, like, even if you play a head glitch back there or something or wherever it is, but he goes through, he takes out one, goes across there, you're both watching that, that's fine. Arrows wise, yeah, you guys have got a good split here. You should be good at B, you should be fine there. So good stuns, good nades from Bo. There you go, perfect. Good 2-piece from War, great play from Bo as well. Really good stuff there. You guys are doing a good job. The big gunfight for me now is number 5 v number 2. If 5 can win this, this will be huge. This is everything right now. If 5 can win this, so he goes through, let's see what 5 can do. I've got faith in Octi. There you go. First of all, excellent play there from War to back off. I really like that play from War. He backed off, he got time for his teammate. Perfect play. This is great. This is excellent. Now they got 4 down. Look at the map pressure they got. This is a flawless round so far. There was 1 or 2 small mistakes, but besides that, this has been an excellent round. So right now you have this much map control. You have so much map control. I want to see you guys push through. I want to see you maintain a wide angle just like you're doing now and break this hill. So you want to have like 1 or 2 people on the hill and the rest of them watching over them. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. I think you guys should be able to secure this one. So we go through. Number 7 goes across again. So I want you guys to notice this. Look at the spot you are in right now. You just got 4 down, okay? So this, first of all, excellent teamwork. We spoke about this earlier. All 3 of you team shotting, great. It's just scenarios like this. When you have this much map control, when you have this much map pressure, I want to see smarter plays. I want to see you guys prioritizing your life a bit more and your position on the map. Like right now, you guys are in such a good power spot, both of you, and you both end up dying here. And the problem is you're back to square one then. Your whole 4-piece is then irrelevant because you don't have map control again. So it's just like being a bit more cautious. Like right now, very small detail, but it makes the whole difference. And this is what separates good from great players. This is discipline right here. Look at this from Rules, okay? Rules right now, he's weak, okay? He's weak. And then he kind of snakes in, overcommits. But that's a gunfight he doesn't need to take. Like, as soon as he got weak, he could back away. Because him dying now, look how far he spawns out. Look how far he spawns out, and Bo as well goes through. Now, all the map pressure you had is gone. I would have preferred them, again, holding the map pressure, soaking it up for another wave. Now, look. Now, number 1's going to push out. These guys are going to walk into a push. And again, just like that, War. Spoke about this in the 6-star hardpoint. When you guys die as a team, one thing I think you guys don't do well is your recovery. I think you guys don't slow it down. You guys stay at one pace. Look what War's doing right now. 2 of your teammates just died, okay? So this means you guys are now in a 4v2. You did have the advantage. It's now gone. You now need to maintain map pressure, okay? You guys are holding the fort down 2v4, but look what you do. You overchow, you shoulder it, and you go for a gunfight and you lose it. Not really shooting him back. And now look, just like that. Within 5 seconds, you guys went from 4 down. This was your map pressure 5 seconds ago, by the way. This is how much map control you had to now this. You see the difference? This area here, all this space, is you guys losing with 3 gunfights. That's it. 3 1v1 gunfights you guys lost, and this is how much space you lost on the map. This is a difference between a round win and a round loss. Now, if we look at this scenario, you guys are down on ticks. So those 3 kills have potentially cost you this whole round. You can see Octi's actually playing his life well. This is what I want to see a bit more of. This was a great play. I don't expect him to do too much here, but even that 1 kill is going to turn the tide here. And that's a great bit of discipline from you, Octi. Really good stuff there. You actually almost get the second, and you just bought time for your teammates to go through middle. Octi, great play there. Fantastic. Good recovery from the boys here. Good teamwork here. You're going through. I like the bait and switch there. I think you guys should have kept at it. Octi bought so much time for you guys. I think right now 2v2 going through middle. Rules and Bo here. You know he's on the left. I think go together. Challenge this guy together. You see Bo goes through. Rules watch on the other side. Again, the bait and switch not going through. Bo asked me, how do I improve my pacing? This is it right here. There is no reason to have your weapon up here, okay? Something you always do is what I find when I'm watching you is you have your weapon up constantly. It's a really, really bad habit, and we need to try to avoid that, bro. You know that he's going to be close, right? So you need to be ready for the gunfight. Like right now, there's no reason to be sprinting with your gun up. Even if you're going to jump at him, jump from an earlier angle. Be ready here, because look at this. Now you're going through. He's already shooting you, and you're not ready for the gunfight. If you were a second, like, if you were a bit more ready there, you would have killed him because he's on 30 health. Rules goes through, maybe gets a trade there. Great stun, by the way. Goes through. Good kill, good kill. 6 is going to go across. War goes through the left here. And again, it's all about the pinches. So now you guys are back in the spot you guys were in earlier. Like I said, a little bit unfortunate. You guys all died, lost your 1v1s. You could have been in this spot ages ago. But that's okay. Let's see what you do from here.
when you have that.
That's okay. Let's see what you do from here. You go through. Big 2-piece from Octi. Octi, you've been absolutely insane this round. Fantastic 3 from Rules here. Again, you guys know there should be 1 or 2 people maximum. So take your time, play your life fair, trade effectively. You go through, Rules goes in, gets taken out, and Bo gets taken out. And it's just plays like that. You guys need to go through and ask yourself, why is this happening? We get the advantage. We get the 3-piece. Look at that. We get the massive 3-piece. We do everything correctly. And then when there's one player on the hill, we panic, we rush it, we panic. Rules is in by himself. There's no one near you, so take your time. Now, Bo, once Rules gets killed here, right now, look at Bo. I want you to look at Bo. His teammate just dies, and look, he's sprinting. He's sprinting with his gun up. Again, gets killed here. I want to see a bit more teamwork there. Now you guys go through. War's by himself. Again, War is constantly the 3rd player and constantly dying in those scenarios. This isn't to dig you guys out. It's just it's a similar thing. It's a similar pattern we're seeing, right? Octi's by himself at the end. He plays a bit slower. War is normally 3rd in the cycle. Bo and Rules go in together. So I want to see Bo and Rules definitely work on that chemistry. You guys are normally the entry players from what I'm seeing, even in the S&D. And sometimes there's Bo and Octi, but Bo is definitely the entry player for you guys, the most aggressive player. I want to see a bit more teamwork from you guys. I want to see a bit more clinical pushes, a bit more bait and switches, and I think it will really help you out. War, when your teammates are dead, I have such high hope for your gun skill. Like, your gun skill is so good. I want to see you utilize it by holding positions instead of, like, I feel like when your teammates die, you kind of give up and just chow what you were going to chow. Like, you've done it a few times already this game. The 2 are dead, right? You guys are 2v2, and look what you do. You just, again, you kind of overcommit to that position. I would have preferred you sitting in a corner there, waiting for some map control, and again, just playing your life a little bit better there. Now, Octi goes through. I think he's good for 1, though. Octi's quite good in these scenarios. Look what he's doing here. This is what I want to see a bit more of. When your team are all dead, you do not want to die here. The worst thing Octi can do here is die. I would rather him not do anything than get 1 kill and 1 death right now. I'd rather him stay here for a few seconds, because if he dies, imagine he just dies to a 1v1 gunfight. This is what happens, already. The blue team, they know every single member of the yellow team are on the left. They can set up accordingly. But right now, I want you to look what's happening. They are setting up, but number 1 is looking for Octi. Now imagine Octi kills him. This player is going to turn around because he's worried. They're always worried about their flank, right? Now, yellow goes through because number 2's by himself. So just from Octi playing his life here, potentially getting 1 kill, he will be distracting maybe 2 more people, and then your teammates can push through and break the map. So if you guys are struggling with map control or just overall getting any map pressure, that may be a big reason, because your teammates are constantly dying and you guys are on one side of the map. There's no flanking. There's no other positions. Look, he plays his life really well, goes through, and he ends up getting the kill, just like I mentioned. And I guarantee you number 3 turns around there. I guarantee it. Goes through, and there you go, just like I mentioned. So imagine in this scenario, if you guys won your gunfights, because Octi made that big play, 2 of them are out of the game. So you can now see how 1 kill can get 2 people out of the game. It's all in the arrows, it's all in the minimap. People get distracted. People watch over their teammates. People watch their flank because they're worried about dying there. So now look, Octi plays his life. This should have been a kill from you guys, and you guys should be good on B. Octi goes through, overcommitment, but he ends up winning it. I don't know how. Absolutely frying the lobby. Octi, great performance from you. Fantastic play. Gets on the point. Look at number 2. He's going to start tweaking now. He's going to start tweaking as soon as he gets his kill. And there you go. He backs away, just like I mentioned. Now, if you're Octi, you're by yourself. One thing I want to see him use, I don't know if he does, is his equipment. He's by himself there. He's literally going to probably die in like a few seconds there. So I want to see some sort of equipment from him, just making sure he's using that stun, using that nade, just slowing them down as much as possible, delaying it. It's not going to be easy, but again, equipment for me, massive. Right there, you could have slowed them down simply by using equipment, okay, bro? So you did a really good job. That whole scenario, the whole play was excellent. Just using your equipment, give yourself a higher chance of winning those gunfights, delaying the enemy push, okay? Now you go through, and he still wins it. This guy's final. This guy's final. Buying time for his team. Excellent job now. Going to go through, and I think this offense is going to be over here. Let's see if you guys can break it. It looks like it might be over. This is just going to be so hard for you guys to break. Again, teamwork-wise, I like the push from the right. I didn't love the overcharge from the left. You got 25 seconds. I just don't see anything happening, to be honest. It's very difficult for you guys to really get in. You try to get in. It's just one of those. It's all good. It happens. So, like I mentioned earlier, okay round on invasion. I'm not expecting you guys to win every offense. That's not what I'm expecting. However, when you have map control, when you get 3 or 4 down, I am expecting a little bit more discipline to at least get 1 or 2 ticks there, because I think you guys should have had that. We spent about 45 minutes, okay, 35 minutes on those 2 rounds, so we can kind of speed through the rest of them and just see if there's anything different. I wanted to give a really deep dive in the offense and the defense, and wanted to see if there's anything different or anything like that. So yeah, let's carry on with the next few rounds. Okay, we are back. Let's keep going.
Next, it is going to be Dallas.
So like I said, I spent a long time in the first 2 rounds. So to be honest, when you're something like Invasion Control, right, you don't really need to stress too much about the little things. For me, when I'm looking at this gameplay, it's more about the team. How are they playing as a team? What is a team kind of comp? And how are they just working together? That's the big thing. So we're going to kind of speed through the rest of it. We don't need to spend too long on each individual play. I wanted to do that at the start. And this is what I mean right there. The way they're making teamwork like that, I actually like. This is what I want to see more of. If I'm coaching this team, which I am, Dallas Flat Tires, I like the name. I want to see more teamwork like this. Like right now, as Jay goes in, Bo's jumping across. I want you guys to use your strengths. I've spoken about this before. In this scenario, when Bo jangles and in a position like this, he is unbelievable at being the first entry man. He is selfless. He's always going to run in. It works like this. Bo, this helps your ARs, okay? You ask me what to do. How do I work on my pacing? Do more stuff like this. I want to see less solo chows like this. I want to see more team chows like this. When your teammates are fighting, you jumping across, dragging the enemy's aim assist is excellent. Look at this. Look how hard this is for him to play against. He's fighting J Rules. You jump across his screen. He can't kill both of you. Look, he runs away. He panics. He panics there. You probably should have won that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, what happened to your center in there? Come on, Bo. What happened there, bro? You had him blocked. But that was great play from you. And you messed their centering up. So that's excellent, okay? Now, when you're by yourself and they're pre-aiming you with a head glitch, I don't want to see you run at them. That's more of an ego chow. This is an excellent way of playing, but the other side we need to work on. Octi, fantastic 2-piece. War goes in. He knows where the third is. He's going to pinch him. And this is a great play. Again, great teamwork. You go through. Excellent play. Let's see what you guys do from this position now. Okay, so you know where one is. It goes for the pre-fire. There you go. Bo again for the trade. As a sub, I'm very confident in Bo's gun skill. But as a aggressive SMG, I do worry about his pacing sometimes. Something I want to work towards with him. That's good right there. Good kind of, what's it called? Discipline there to back away. No, Astro, I also do VOD reviews for solo people as well without Codcaster. This is just a team one. This is a team VOD review right now. Goes through. And again, right now, like we spent so much time in the first round. I'm not looking at anything in detail unless it's something really, really specific. But I think trades like this, I'm not going to just talk about it too much, but like these are trades I think you have to be winning. That comes down to individual, I think, just efficiency. And to be honest with you, I trust you guys to improve and stuff. I think Black Ops 6, like stuff like that, that's not really something to go through the VOD review. That's just simply looking back and saying, right, it was just, it happens. It happens. Sometimes you get outgunned. That was a scenario. Your trade, your concept was good there. The trade you're going for was good. It was just unfortunate it didn't work out. Then that's okay. We'll take that one on the chin. Let's go through there on the B point. Good pinch there from 7. Unfortunately gets traded. Again, just being a little bit more patient there. So if I'm number 7 right now, if I'm J Rules, my teammate's going through, right? I don't want to overcommit here. Like number 5 is going across. And this is once again what I mean. I'm being very, very critical, but I'm like, if I'm Rules here, I don't want to overcommit. I'm just trying to buy time because I know Octi's going up top. So just shoulder it. And look, he overcommits and dies. Now that he dies, they are 4v3 on the point. It's a lot harder for Octi to do anything. You see, he goes through and he ends up getting one anyways. But imagine if Rules was alive as well. The whole concept there would just be so much easier. So just sometimes when you guys are in good positions, don't overcommit. Good teamwork there. Again, let's set up that pinch. I don't love Bo using a sub on defense, to be honest. I actually don't mind it on offense. I think you can cut down certain angles. But if I'm really honest, defense, I actually hate it. I use it in rank play sometimes if I'm bored, but if you guys are playing competitively, I'm not a fan of a sub on this. However, if you are going to use a sub on something like this, I would always recommend picking up an assault rifle when you kill someone. If you can kill someone and pick up the assault rifle, you then have the freedom to do what you want. That's my biggest advice. Pick up an assault rifle if you can. Because the thing is, you limit yourself a lot. Like, you limit yourself a lot by playing these off angles. Like, right now, Bo, like, if we're completely honest, this is useless in terms of, like, where you're sitting now is, yeah, it's okay. I would rather you be on that tank, on that head glitch right there. You could watch this whole cross to the left, and you could watch this whole cross to the middle, and you could be such an asset to your team. But because you're using a sub, you're just having to compensate by playing weird angles. And we're seeing it constantly. Like right now, you're backing away, and now 2 of you have to do the same thing. Now you and War both have to watch that area. Like right now, imagine if you were an AR, you could have sat right there. This player right now, Zep, he's going through, okay? But if you were an assault rifle right now, what you could have done is you could have backed there, played on just on this head glitch, on this tank. You could have watched their right, so you could have seen Zep cross, and you would have had middle, right? So what you would have done is you would have stopped them, and then War could have helped War could have gone to A and got them off the point. But instead, because of this scenario, because you're using a submachine gun, you're kind of limiting yourself. You're having to go closer and closer. And now look, now you're both watching the same angle, and you're just not as useful as I think you could be there. I think you could be really more like, just a lot more like useful in your team, okay?
over at B, but you're giving up A
Great play
right
from
now.
War. Good pitch from Bo as well. Good play from you guys. Good play from you guys. You've given up B though. And in terms of ticks, I do think you guys end up losing this game simply because they've had 2 rounds now where they've got 2 ticks on A and you guys are behind on ticks by 2 now. It's going to be very, very difficult for you guys. So I'm hoping you guys clutch up, but I think it's going to be quite difficult. Let's see what happens. And it's just small things. It's nothing crazy. It's simply small things like that. If you look at their team, they have 3 people. Actually, okay, I can't say that. I thought the score updated. It's actually wrong. It's actually wrong. So sorry. I was gonna say they have 3 people double negative. They should not be able to capture A and stuff like that. Like you guys should be more effective. But it's okay. They don't have that. And again, they go into A now, and you can see it's just a little bit annoying. You're pushing through. Lovely bait and switch from you guys, but again, just giving them so much momentum at A. Great play though. Really, really good play from you guys. Really, really good play. Okay, I want to see this setup now. I really want to see this setup now. What I want to see is this. Number 5, I want to see on this tractor here. Number 7, I want to see either staying where he is or pushed up a little bit. Number 8 on this mid tank. Number 6, I want to see pushed up here. That will be the perfect setup. That will be the perfect setup for me. Let's see what they do.
And you know, it's kind of just all
okay. I'm hoping I see it. I'm hoping I see it. First things first. First things first. Why is Bo sitting in that angle? Why? Because he's using a submachine gun. He's trying to play a closer angle. Again, you're limiting yourself here, Bo. I have to be honest, you're limiting yourself. You're putting yourself in a position where that's just not a good angle, bro. Because if 2 of them push you, they're going to trade you. Where if you sound that tank with an AR, there's no way they kill you there. It's very hard for them, okay? So again, I kind of wish that was a bit better from you. In terms of spreading the angles here, okay, let's talk about it right now. Why do I have the arrows where they are and the circles where they are? Because in this scenario, let's look at the mini-map and see what's actually happening here, okay? So Octi gets a fantastic 2-piece. Right now, Octi, I want to see you push up instead of backing away. I want to see you and Rules take a better position on the map here. Let's use tac maps here to show you what I mean. This is your current position, what you're seeing now, but this is the position I would prefer you in. A lot more crossfire is so much more useful. I want to see you guys definitely set up more crossfire positions. It's something we spoke about in your 6-star as well. If you guys can set up more crossfire positions, it'll be so helpful. So 2 bits of feedback here. 1, I want to see number 6. To be honest, I'm okay with this. If you don't push 8, this is actually fine. We're okay with this. We're not going to be too critical. War, you're in a good spot. This is fine. One thing is Bo. I don't like Bo's spot because I would prefer him to be here with an AR and just stop them from coming through instead of watching them from here. Because if 2 of them push it, they can get the kill very easily. So I'm not a fan of that. The second thing is I want to see these 2 have a crossfire. So I want to see 1 player on the left, 1 player on top, watching areas like that. That way, you guys are just going through different angles. It's very hard for them to kill you. But if we actually look what they actually have, you can see now, you guys are parallel to each other. You guys are right next to, like, right one in front of each other. There's no angles here. So look at this. Now, number 1's going to the spot I wanted you to be at. You see the difference? Imagine if you were in that spot. If you were in that spot, you would have killed him. You would have slowed them down. Rules could have pushed up a little bit. And the overall dynamic of this push is so much more strong, right? It all comes down to the angles. So again, it's very, very small details here. Very, very small details. I'm allowed to overanalyze it because we have time. But when you guys are playing, I want you to just look at the map and say, right, where's a gap? Where's the optimal setup? Right now, okay, I should be on the right. Because now you die, he's 1v3. In this scenario, Bo should turn around and help you. Like I said from earlier, remember, we need to be shifting here. As soon as you die, we need to see Bo, the closest player, shift towards you, and then War shift towards middle. We need to see a shift. We need to see a line shifting left to help the team out. Let's see what happens there. Bo holds the angle, and you're by yourself. War's watching nothing, Bo's watching nothing. I need to see a shift. A shift needs to be quicker. Now Bo's going to react a bit too late for me. It's 1v4. There's no way he gets anything there. He's going to end up dying by himself, goes through, they watch over it, and now they're going to get the B point, okay? So just small details like that. 1, shift when your teammates die. When someone dies in the rotation, shift, make sure the angle is still covered. You have 1 spare man in every position. Every time you guys are in a setup, you normally only need 3 people. The 4th player is basically the wild card, and he should be shifting the team as you go across, okay? The second thing is being in better positions. You go through, you end up clutching up with a nice 2-piece there. But again, it was one of those where they should have played better. Because they gave you this empty area, you're able to finesse. So good job finding the gaps there. But I think they gave it to you. I think they trolled, they gave it to you. Okay, so we're going to go forward. And you can see, you know, now 8's in a good position. He's holding the angle. Bit of a spread of map. Again, 6, I don't mind you in this position, War, but I think you guys have a bit more map control. You can push up slightly. I just feel like you guys could do a bit of a better job pushing up a little bit. Again, being very critical here, but I think you guys are playing a little bit too passive for me, especially for the first wave of kills. Because you've got Bo pushed up there, then you guys are disconnected. I think could be a little bit more aggressive there.
You still have 40 seconds to
But let's see what happens there.
with only 2
35
lives
seconds left, so I do understand why he did this. The only reason I don't love this play is because if War gets killed right now, right? Let's say War dies. Like right now, Rules dies, right? If War dies now, they have no backup plan. They're going to be on the hill. The enemy's going to be on the hill. So for me, could be a bit safer. Again, bro, again with the trades. Bo and Jay, I need to see more coordinated teamwork from you guys. I really do. He goes in, gets the first kill. Right now, there's no team trades. There's no team trade. Number 8 is 2 seconds behind. You're going to push this in if you know he's there. Number 7, Number 7 and number 8, they need to be more coordinated. Number 8 is right over there, right over there. You two need to be more coordinated. Number 8 is literally right there. That's about a 3-second gap. Needs to be more coordinated. Now, if you didn't know he's there, not the end of the world. But Bo, again, the trade needs to be more efficient, better. I don't mind you trying this. But he's not weak. He's not weak at all. So again, that's either a missed call from Jay. Jay either called out that he's weak in a panic and you ran for the trade, or you assumed he was weak and went for the trade, or number 3, you just went for the trade. You just went for the trade because you thought that was a better play to do. He ends up killing you. Now you're 2v4. So you now lose at 1v2. Now they're going to go through. Again, not a lot of map pressure here. And you guys can see what happens now. Okay, I'm going to change my tune, actually. I didn't realize the lives. To be fair, because there's only 2 lives, it does change it. I didn't mind the trade. It made sense. You just kind of got fried. So it's okay. I didn't see the lives there, so it's not the end of the world. But if that, let's say the live wasn't like that, I didn't love this trade because he wasn't weak. I don't mind it. Again, it's just like if you lose that like you did, it's such high risk, okay? So just be a bit more cautious there, but because one player, it doesn't really matter. I didn't realize it was one player, so that's on me. That's on me. Okay, I prefer going A. I always prefer going A here. I always prefer going A. Octi gets a window. This is fine. Great play there. No, so unfortunate. What happened here? Was this a double tap? Why? What happened here, bro? 33 and 14. This guy is moving, chat. This guy's moving. What happened here? No, Bo. We can't be tweaking there, bro. There can be no weapon switching. We need to be locked in. We need to be holding angles. We need to be ready. And what do we have here? We speak about this all the time. The stun grenade needs to be thrown, bro. It needs to be thrown. What I would prefer, Bo, as you get in the hill, you stand on the right side by the vending machine. You chuck your stun in the gap. You know they're going to push this area on the other side of the wall, okay, bro? Just little things like that, bro. Because you end up dying here. You're not ready. You're double tapping Y. He cameras you, gets the first kill, and then end up getting a 2-piece. We cannot let them get that 2-piece ever. Now War goes through, gets 4-piece. Chat right there. You guys should have had everything, Dallas. You guys should have had everything set up. Now I want to see what they do compared to what you guys did. Okay, what I'm expecting them to do right now is this. Just like we mentioned earlier, I'm expecting 1 to be there, 1 to be there, 1 to be there, 1 to be there. If somebody dies, let's say this player dies here, the team rotates as an arrow. He rotates left, he rotates left, he rotates left. This guy could stay there, but the other people go left. What I want to see is a rotation from them. Let's see what happens there. Actually, I want the yellow team to win, but let's see what happens. So again, from them, terrible play from the blue team. And we can also learn from opponents' mistakes. If you're by yourself here, you're buying time for your team, you cannot die here. You back away, you play a head glitch, you stun them, you slow them down. J-Rules, great shots from you, fantastic. But they played it terribly. They played it really bad. They should have a lot better there. Now you push through, you make the most out of it. You're going across, one of you needs to watch the right here. Let's see how you guys play one differently. Look at that bait and switch. Fantastic. That was a fantastic bait and switch. One jumps across, one slides across. Perfect. Trophies go down. Let's see how you guys hold this. And now you can see no one's sitting in the alleyway. Remember last time War was sitting in the alley? It wasn't working. This is better. This is a lot better. A lot more angles covered. This is great. But there's a big gap in the setup. Okay, you go through, get fortunate, but... Okay, that was okay. I was a little bit worried there. I thought you guys were going to get killed. That works out okay. It works out okay.
Stack this point, please get this out of the way. Be progress.
Like I said, I think overall, like the teamwork's getting a lot better, and I'm being extremely critical. I'm breaking on every single play, so I'm comparing you guys to CDL pros, right? So don't take any offense to this. I'm being very, very critical, but you guys are doing great. The teamwork's definitely there, and I'm seeing it improve map on map, which is really good to see here. Gonna go through. I do expect. I expect some, okay, to be honest, I was going to say I expect the defense to win this, but you guys are putting good pressure on. You guys are putting very good pressure on. Bo goes through, and what a coincidence. Bo gets an AR out, and I just see the team playing way better. Bo, a sub's great. You are very good with a sub, but that is more valuable to your team. You with an assault rifle on this map is more valuable to your team than you as a sub. So what I want to talk about is getting out of your comfort zone, bro. I know you're a sub player. I know you're an aggressive player, but even when Black Ops 6 comes out, right, like, you're going to have to adjust your pacing. For example, Black Ops 6 is going to be way more sub heavy, right? So your ARs are going to have to adjust their pacing. This year, you have to adjust your pacing to sometimes get an AR out. You're going to have to be more flexible because over the next 5 CODs, we don't know what the meta is going to be. So if you're comfortable with a sub, that can't stop you from using an AR, okay, bro? You have to make sure you're free with an AR. And I honestly believe you just made the play there. Your team's watching over you. War, great job playing your life, by the way. Great job playing your life. Hopefully Bo can help you out there. Oh my God, what a play. This is excellent. So first things first, I'm so happy that Bo got an AR out. Very happy because I think this really helps their pacing. I said it so many times. Bo was getting in good positions, but because he had a sub, he wasn't being in the most optimal position. He was getting in okay ones and then stopping. But I want to talk about War right now. War, the discipline you have right now, this is what I spoke about. This is absolutely fantastic. To play your life right now, to give the comms to Rules. Rules doing a great job pinching right now. You play your life really well and you get the kill. Those are the things I want to see more. Right there, what you just did was flawless control. Really good stuff there. You're going to go through, trophy goes in. Chat, if anyone's trying to improve in control, this offense was an absolute masterclass. Number 5, I want to see one thing from you, Octi, bro. I want to see you help them a little bit more here. Octi, I love the way you play. You play as an anchor, you play a bit slow. It helps your team a lot. But right now, you need to watch this cross for them. You need to help them out here. Spreading them out is great, but you need to help them out here a little bit more. I understand what you're doing here, but I just think you've got to help them out a little bit more. That cross is so vital. Let's see what happens there. Like you can see, like, look how disconnected he is, a little bit slow. There you go, he gets there, so that's fine. He watches that cross again. Watch that cross. He should be good for 1. This is flawless control from the boys. This is excellent control. War again. Oh my God, this is great. War, you are a demon. This was so good, bro. I'm so happy because in the past this team has had great plays and then they've crumbled. This is perfect. Look what this is, the potential right now. Look at this. Look at this. Just like I said, I wanted Octi to go through middle. Great play. He actually timed it perfect. He gets a kill. Rules gets 1. War goes through. This discipline right here. To get the kill, get away with his life, wait for Octi to get the trade here was fantastic. And this is where I think the team can go all the way. This was flawless. Flawless gameplay. Chat, showed some dubs for the boys. That was a excellent offense. I'm very, very happy with that. And they closed the game out. The scoreboard's a bit glitched there, but all I know is Octi fried and the team did great. Let's look at the scoreboard. Bo, you're a slayer, bro. The only reason you went negative was because you refused to switch. When you switched, I saw one of the cleanest control rounds I've seen in a while. I know this wasn't the Pro League, obviously, but that was such a clean control round. And you switching just allowed your team to do everything else. War, fantastic position there. Fantastic awareness to play your life. Octi, great patience there to go through the off angles. And Rules always doing his thing with an AR. Again, everyone just doing their job there. I think that was a great play from everyone, specifically that last round. I think it was fantastic and I have no complaints there. YouTube, we're going to end that one there. That is going to be how to play control as a team. My voice is gone. That was a very, very long VOD review. Hope you guys did enjoy that. If you did, drop a like on the video and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.